Very good morning to all of you. So good morning and welcome. Let's today again discuss about the major climatic and natural regions of the world. I hope it is audible to all of you. So in the last session we did discuss something about the hot wet equatorial climate, then the savanna type of climate, isn't it? So today we'll discuss about the hot deserts, major hot deserts of the world. So hot desert climates, hot desert climate. Location part I told you that is located between 10 degree to 30 degree latitude at the western margins of the continents. Western margins of the continents. This is what I told in the last class about the location. Almost all major hot deserts of the world, they are located between 10 to 30 degree latitude at the western margin, western coast of the continent. My friends, now you can open your atlas. If you have the atlas with you, as I told you earlier, पहले आपको बताया था atlas साथ में लेना है. Look at the atlas. If you will see continent wise even, there are different deserts of the world. In world physical map you will see Sahara desert is in the western part, Atacama is in the western part. Most of the major deserts of the world are in the western part. I will locate it, I will draw this and we will see. Okay. So you can see here for an example, West Asia in India. In India, first let us look at first desert, hot desert, I will say Thar desert. Thar desert is in India. Thar desert is in India. Thar desert is in India. Okay. We have Margov desert. It is in Afghanistan and Pakistan border. You can see in the Afghanistan-Pakistan border, Margov desert. Third one is Registan. Registan desert, it is in Pakistan. It is in Pakistan. Fourth, I am saying Dast-e-Kabir. And another one, fifth is Dast-e-Lut. All these two are in Iran. Dast-e-Kabir and Dast-e-Lut. These two are in Iran. Okay. Sixth one, Rub al-Khali. We have like An-Nafud. These two, this is in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia we have this. In Saudi Arabia. And Nafud also is in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, this one also. I said, sorry. I said, Dast-e-Kabir is in Iran, Dast-e-Lut is in Iran, Rub al-Khali in Saudi Arabia, and Nafud is in Saudi Arabia, Ard-Dahana, this is also in Saudi Arabia. Syrian desert is in Iraq and Syria. Syrian desert is in Iraq and Syria. We have like Nubian Desert. Nubian Desert is in Israel. Nubian Desert is in Israel. Can you see this? All these deserts here. All these are the deserts here. Okay. Please note it down these deserts and you can refer your atlas. You will find out. अभी नहीं होगा तो बाद में देख लीजिए. But all these deserts which are major deserts of Asia have given. I just told you about the major deserts of Asia. Asia's major deserts, these are most of these in West Asia, western part of Asia. In India, even the third desert is in the western part. See, it's not that like every desert is in the western part, but majority of the deserts in the western part. Okay, there are some exceptions also. We'll see that. What is that? So these are the major deserts here of Asia. Now let me draw map and show you the location of other deserts. That this one you can find out physical Asia. देख के आप बना लीजिएगा. But let us, because these are some of the important ones. Now next deserts which you have. Let us talk about. Somebody asked me, sir, first you please draw South America, then Africa, then Australia, like this, or Asia. Let me now first draw then South America. ठीक है? South America, deserts of South America, right? देखिए आप. You know that here is a mountain. Which mountain is this? This is Andes mountain, you know it. Okay. We have a desert in this site. This desert is called as, here it is. Atacama Desert. Atacama Desert. This is an Atacama Desert here. And in this side here you have again, this is the Atacama Desert. Let me draw now Africa. This is Sahara Desert. This is Libyan Desert. This is Nubian Desert. This one is Ogaden Desert. This is here is Namib Desert. Here it is Kalahari Desert. So we have different deserts here: Sahara, Libyan, Nubian, Ogaden, Kalahari, Namib. Up to 10 we have 11 number deserts. This is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Can you see this? Draw this. Even if you have the atlas or anything, please draw. Try to draw these diagrams, these maps. Please draw this. Atacama, here it is Sahara, Libyan, Nubian, Ogaden, Kalahari, Namib. These are the deserts here. Okay. I hope it is done. Now, as I just have mentioned about this, you see, all they are in the western part. Western part mein hai ki nahi? Western part. And if I'll say 10 to 30 degree latitude, 10 to 30 degree latitude here, almost between 10 to 30 degree, 10 to 30 degree. Around 30 degree. You see, all these deserts are located between 10 to 30, 10 to 30 degree in which you have. These deserts are located. I have just given you some idea about the location of these these deserts here. Atacama, Sahara, Libyan, Nubian, Ogaden, Kalahari, Namib Desert. Hope it is clear. Now let me draw another map of North America, and you have your North American map of North America as well as Australia. Okay. So look at here. This is the Death Valley. This is the Mojave. This is Sonoran. This is Mexican. This is Californian. These are the deserts here. This is Great Victoria. This is Gibson. Gibson Desert. This is here is Simpson Desert. This one is Great Sandy Desert, and this one is Tanami Desert. Also, these are the deserts here. Can you see these deserts? This is 17. Number 18, 19, 20, 22. Okay, these are the deserts here. All these are the deserts. Location you got it now. Okay, done. There are few questions I got, your doubts and all. I'll clarify all those at the end. Can you just draw this please and tell me whether it is completed? Have you done this? I tried to give you the tentative location of all these deserts here, Californian deserts. Californian desert region will be like this particular part, in fact. Okay, it's done. Let me now move on to the causes of this development of these deserts here. Why these deserts are located here? What are the factors responsible for the formation of the desert? Why the deserts are formed? We'll see that. Okay, let me move now then. So I am saying major hot deserts of the world are located at the tropical western margins of the continents because of the following factors. What are the factors? Let us see. It is primarily because of the following factor. What are those? Let us see. First factor, first and foremost, is, as you have seen, all these hot deserts, major hot deserts, they are located in the tropical western margins of the continent. They are located at the tropical western margins. Major hot deserts of the world are located at the tropical western margin. What are the major cause behind this? Let us see. First and foremost cause is the presence of subtropical high pressure belt. The presence of subtropical high pressure belt. And sinking of air with anticyclonic conditions. Note down this point, please. I said the presence of subtropical high pressure belt and sinking of air with anticyclonic conditions. The presence of subtropical high pressure belt and sinking of the air with anticyclonic condition. Now I told you earlier, high pressure cell will have sinking of air. You remember that? I have already said wherever there is high pressure, there is sinking of the air. So if you have the high pressure conditions in a particular region, if you have a high pressure condition here, it means there is gradual divergence of the air. If there is divergence of the air, there will be subsequent sinking of air parcel. I hope you got it. Sinking up of the air, partial and sinking. So what will happen here? You know, there you have the clear sky. Clear sky. This is the cold wind, cold air become cool, then it's a warm, hot, cooled and dry, cool and dry, warm and dry, hot and very dry. Gradually जब temperature बढ़ेगा तो dryness of the air will be more, capacity to hold moisture will be more. होगा कि नहीं? While the air will sink, there will be, you know that if it will go up, temperature will increase. Now, this is here is temperature will decrease if it will go up because of adiabatic lapse rate, cooling. But while it goes down, temperature will increase. आप अगर नीचे से ऊपर जाते हो, temperature घटता है. So ऊपर से नीचे आएंगे तो क्या होगा? Temperature will increase. यहाँ पे ये होगा कि जो descending air है, temperature will increase. Now here it is friction होगा, because of friction temperature again it will increase, hot and dry होगा. Now this is the first cause I said. It is anticyclonic conditions, divergence of the air. You see, this is the point I said. The presence of subtropical high pressure belt and the sinking of the air with anticyclonic condition. आप कोई भी आप एरिया ले लो, देखो यहाँ पे here it is 10 to 30 degree. This region you have the subtropical high pressure. Subtropical high pressure belt कहाँ होंगे? Subtropical high pressure belt यहाँ पे है. So because of subtropical high pressure belt, the wind will blow now. Wind will blow towards this equatorial region in this way. But you can see here, यहाँ पे क्या है ये? This is a mountain. Okay, ये high pressure है. This is high pressure from which air is being going toward the low pressure, equatorial low pressure. ये easterly wind है. देखो यहाँ पे. This wind is going from here ocean to this continent. It strike over this region. इस तरफ rain shadow हो गया. There will be no rainfall. Rain shadow area will not have the rainfall here because rain shadow area is there. ये देखो आप rain shadow area हो रहा है. यहाँ पे descending wind होगा. तो Atacama desert is a whatever desert. That's a rain shadow. And second one is you have see the high pressure belt. यहाँ पे anticyclonic condition is going in this way. यहाँ पे भी ऐसा ही है. Same thing happen here also. This region also the same thing. Here also have the same thing. It is equatorial low. This is equatorial low pressure. This one here is the low pressure belt. Here is a high pressure belt. This is also high pressure belt. You remember that? Now the wind will blow here. How the wind will blow? Wind will blow from, if I'll give you the easterly wind belts direction, if you'll see, easterly wind, Let me give different color here. This one. Look at here, this wind is blowing in this region. But let me tell you one thing, you have like here you have the mountain, here also you have a plateau here. ये रीजन में एक प्लेट्यू है, देयर इज ए प्लेट्यू हियर. क्या है? इथियोपियन हाईलैंड. हियर यू हैव माउंटेन्स. कौन सा है? ड्रैकेंसबर्ग माउंटेन. ड्रैकेंसबर्ग माउंटेन इज देयर. ड्रैकेंसबर्ग माउंटेन. यहाँ पे भी एक पहाड़ी है जिसके वजह से इधर नहीं आ पाएगा. पहले ये देखिए, फर्स्ट यू सी दिस पार्ट, यू हैव द प्रेजेंस ऑफ द हाई प्रेशर. हाई प्रेशर है तो ये हवा ऐसे जाएगी, इधर नीचे जाएगी. यू हैव लाइक प्रेजेंस ऑफ द एंटीसाइक्लोनिक कंडीशंस. आई होप you got the anticyclonic conditions whatever I have said. First point is anticyclonic condition, presence of subtropical high pressure and anticyclonic conditions. This is clear to you. मैं आपको शो करता हूँ, कहीं पे भी है anticyclonic condition wherever it is there. देखो यहाँ पे it is sinking here and going in this way. इधर से जा रहा है तो ये ईस्टर्लीज बन गया, इधर से आ गया तो वेस्टर्लीज बन गया. Here it is also going in this way, easterly. This is westerly. So ये sinking of the air is first point. Sinking of the air in anticyclonic conditions. Second point we will see now. Second point is impact of the dry continental easterlies wind. Dry continental easterlies wind. Impact of the dry continental easterlies wind system. Okay, I said one of the most important factor is the impact of the dry continental easterlies wind system. Dry continental easterlies wind system. Impact of the dry continental easterlies. देखिए जो ईस्टर्लीज विंड है, ड्राई कॉन्टिनेंटल ईस्टर्लीज कैसे हुआ ये देखो. while it is going in this way, पहले साउथ अमेरिका यू सी है, wind is going, ये ईस्टर्लीज विंड है, but it became dry while it is over the continent. अगर कॉन्टिनेंट के ऊपर अगर है यहाँ पे ड्राई होगा ये, because over the continent, in the ocean it is they are fine. ओशियन में है, ये मॉइस्चर लेके जा रहा है, but again it is striking over this part with the mountain forming rain shadow effect. मगर एक कॉन्टिनेंट के ऊपर देखो यहाँ पे, here it is dry continental easterlies है कि नहीं? It is dry continental easterlies because it is sinking here, air sink कर रहा है और ऐसे जा रही है. Dry continental easterlies. Here also air is sinking and coming in this way. Over the continent it is striking, so continent के ऊपर है, it cannot absorb moisture, but ocean के ऊपर होगा तो moisture लेके आएगा. But because it is over the continent, क्योंकि एक continent के ऊपर है, it cannot absorb moisture and it will never able to give rainfall. It cannot absorb moisture and cannot give rainfall. Okay. You got it? Right. I hope all of you are okay with this. Nubian and Ogaden deserts are formed in the eastern side because of some other causes. I'll come to that one. Just wait. दो फैक्टर हमने अभी कहा. First factor I said presence of subtropical high pressure. Second factor I said impact of the tropical dry continental easterly wind. Dry continental easterlies. 2 point हो गया. Now third point I'll see. Third point we'll look at now. Third point is rain shadow effect. Rain shadow effect. See, presence of a mountain. आपको याद होगा, आपको rain shadow मैंने कहा था. What is this rain shadow? I told you, in case of rain shadow case, I told you, if here is a mountain, let us say this end is mountain, and from this side easterly wind is coming, it will climb above, ये चला जाएगा. Then here it will form cloud, ये cloud बनाया, and there are rainfall in this part. But this side you have, after release of the moisture, you have only dry wind. These are only dry wind. These are dry winds. This is moist wind. Moist wind will give rainfall. Dry wind here. So this area is known as the rain shadow. Rain shadow zone, because the rain shadow areas will not give rainfall here. So you have development of a desert. This side you have rainfall. This is the windward side. Master, this is windward side. This is rain shadow or leeward side. Leeward side. Leeward side is rain shadow area. So because anywhere if you have rain shadow effect, definitely there will be no rainfall. Rain shadow effect. Okay. Rain shadow effect, leeward side, rain shadow effect, windward side. This is leeward side here. Okay. Hope you got it. क्या ये समझ में आया आपको? Right. Rain shadow effect due to the presence of the mountain, here mountain. Okay, rain shadow effect. आपका ये जो रीजन्स हैं, आप देखिए रेन शेडो इफेक्ट में कैसे होंगे. ये here it is a mountain, end is mountain is there, so rain shadow effect हुआ इधर. Getting here, this is Drakensberg mountain. क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Drakensberg. If you remember in the mapping also you have done. Today I will go for mapping also. This is a Drakensberg mountain. For this side you have rain shadow. यहाँ पे भी जो है ना, ये regions पे एक plateau है. And from this side you have dry air will come. देखो आप, ये जो है ना यहाँ पे इफ यू लुक एट ये ऐसा है एंड हियर यू हैव लाइक दिस, एकदम नैरो वाटर बॉडी है ना, ऐसा है ना ये दिस टाइप। सो आपके यहाँ पे कहाँ पे इनफैक्ट दिस इज लाइक वेरी स्मॉल एंड वेरी लिटिल रेनफॉल मे बी देयर, बट ये रीजन जो है ना अपलैंड एरिया जैसा है, इधर पे ये अपलैंड एरिया है ऐसे होते हुए दारफुर एंड दीज आर रीजन्स हियर। बाय द वे अनदर सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे ये होता है कि यहाँ पे कोल्ड ओशन करंट आते हैं, दैट इज द कॉज इट इज ए डेजर्ट हियर। बाय द वे दिस इज rain shadow effect, here you have rain shadow effect, even in some cases there is rain shadow effect. This side also you have a mountain, क्या mountain है आपको पता है ये, the great dividing range, you have a mountain known as the great dividing range. Great dividing range will protect it, but rain shadow effect का सबसे बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल है अटाकामा डेजर्ट। ओके, so third point is rain shadow effect. Fourth point is impact of the cold oceanic currents and consequent impact of the cold oceanic current ही लिखो, impact of the cold oceanic current, how it is I'll explain, let me explain to you. Impact of the cold oceanic current, what happened here, what is cold current? Cold currents are associated with the flow of cold water, है ना, note down here, cold currents are associated with the flow of cold water from the high latitude to the low latitude region, that is the equatorial, low latitude or the equatorial region. It flows from high latitude to the low latitude region. From the cold water from the high latitude, that is the polar area or mid latitude regions, high latitude to the low latitude region. Okay, sorry. Cold currents, so the air above the cold current, the air above the cold current region are cool and dry, they are cool and dry. If they are cool and dry, air above these are cool and dry, it restricts more evaporation, cloud formation, and consequently Consequently, no rainfall. There will be no rainfall. Subsequently, there will be no rainfall. So, what will happen? The air above the cold current region are cool and dry. It restrict more evaporation, cloud formation, and consequently no rainfall. No rainfall. So, it helps in increasing aridity and desert formation. Desert formation. It helps in increasing aridity and desert formation. You can look at anywhere, we will find out the deserts are there, desert formation, and I said that no rainfall, and it helps in the increasing aridity and desert formation. Aridity and desert formation. Okay, aridity and desert formation. Very interesting. I will give example here. For an example, Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert has which ocean current? Canaries current. Canaries cold current. Canaries current. Namib Desert. Namib Desert has Benguela current. Benguela cold current. Mojave Desert. Mojave Desert. Californian current. Californian current. Great Australian Desert. Great Australian Desert. West Australian cold current. And you have finally Great Australian Desert, West Australian cold current, Atacama Desert. Humboldt or Peru cold current. Humboldt or Peru cold current. Can you just write down this? I'll locate it now, cold current wherever it is there. Sahara Desert, Canaries cold current. Any desert, any major deserts I am saying, not everywhere, major deserts are there. In case of Ogaden Desert and all, the major cause of this is Ogaden deserts. Ogaden deserts and all, it is because of Somali current, seasonal current. You are asking me why it is that you have Ogaden desert, which you have Somali cold current. It is a seasonal one. It is a seasonal one, not a permanent one. That's why the Ogaden desert is small desert. Ogaden desert is a small desert because it is a seasonal one. It is not the permanent one. Let me look at all these Somali current and all. Look at here. Here I will show you the ocean current. Cold ocean current I will show you in which, okay, in this way I'll show you. Here we see name of the cold current is, this is which current is there? Humboldt current. Cc means cold current. Same way here you have a current. ये है आपका which current is this? This is Canary's current. Canary's cold current. And here you have a current. Benguela cold current. Benguela cold current. You can see this. Benguela cold current is there. This side I said that there is a current. This is here is Somali cold current. It is a seasonal one. Somali cold current is a seasonal one. It is a seasonal one. Because of upwelling it takes place. That's why it has a different impact here. Somali cold current. Then here you have a cold current. This current is Californian cold current. Californian cold current. You have a cold current here also. This is here is West Australian cold current. So you see in every case there is a cold current here which is desiccating effect. Okay, I said it has desiccating effect. What is that? Desiccating effect. Desiccating effect is that term which we are using is for what? The entire process of less evaporation, less development of cloud and no precipitation. This is called as desiccating effect. Okay. So these regions are these are the main region here of these desertifications and desert formations. Major cause of desert formation are these are. I hope you got it, all of you. So as I said, cold currents are associated with the flow of cold water from high latitude to the low latitude. The air above the cold currents are cool and dry. It restricts the more evaporation, cloud formation, no rainfall takes place. ये जो cooler, the restrict, ये जो है ना, no rainfall will be there. This is known as what is desiccating effect. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Desiccating effects. Less or no evaporation, cloud formation will not be there, clear sky will have, consequently no rainfall. This is known as desiccating effect. Okay. So desiccating effect is the cause here of this. These are the deserts because of this. So I hope you got it. So the major cause behind the formation of these deserts is, the major cause behind the formation of the desert is, these are the combining factor. So trade wind, the continental, dry continental easterlies, presence of high pressure and sinking of the air, ocean current, rain shadow effect. These four are the factors that are responsible for the development of deserts. And you look at any of the major deserts of the world, they have this particular impact. Definitely they are associated with these impacts. Okay, so deserts are generally associated with this type of factors. I hope you got it now. Fine. So let us look at now climatic characteristics of a desert. First point is hot and dry climate. This climate is hot and dry. Average rainfall, annual average rainfall is less than 25 centimeter. Annual average rainfall is less than 25 cm. A very important factor one. Hot and dry climate with average annual rainfall is less than 25 centimeter. What else? Hot and dry climate, I said. Annual average rainfall is less than 25 cm. Another one is diurnal range of temperature is, diurnal range का मतलब day and night range. Okay, temperature is, diurnal range of temperature is highest among all the climatic regions of the world. All climatic regions of the world. Diurnal range of temperature is highest among all the climatic regions of the world. दुनिया में अगर देखा जाए सबसे ज्यादा रेंज diurnal range of temperature is highest, it is here only. Highest diurnal range of temperature here only. Okay, so this is here. Climatic characteristics is like this. I hope you got it. Yes. Diurnal range of temperature is highest among all the climatic regions of the world, I said. Day and night range of temperature is highest, I said. This is a very important factor. Okay. Hope it is clear to all. Now, rainfall is like this, hot and dry climatic conditions, diurnal range of temperature is there. So here, as you know, evaporation exceeds precipitation. So here it is, evaporation exceeds precipitation. That is understood from this particular point, hot and dry condition, evaporation exceeds precipitation. So permanently moisture deficit region this is. Permanently moisture deficit in this particular area, climatic characteristic like this. Rainfall, if at all, if there is rainfall, mean rainfall will never exceeds 25 centimeter. Okay, so what type of natural vegetation you will have? Let us look at now natural vegetation. Natural vegetation. Natural vegetation, this climate I am saying hot desert climate has, it is a permanently moisture deficit zone. So the natural vegetation is xerophytes, cactus and thorny vegetation. Cactus and thorny vegetation. जो कांटे वाले है ना उस टाइप का होगा. Cactus, नागफेनी, have you seen cactus? Cactus and thorny vegetation. We have the cactus and thorny vegetation here. Okay, so very interestingly, in these regions you have the cactus and thorny vegetation. This thorny vegetation, as I just have mentioned, cactus and thorny vegetation you will have. Cactus and thorny vegetation. Let me show you one, cactus vegetation image. Cactus plant. You can see here, this is the cactus here. Now, this type of vegetation, cactus and thorn will be there definitely. Thorn and cactus and thorn vegetations you will have, like cactus and thorny vegetations. Mostly you will find out this in the desert of, let us talk about the deserts in hot deserts regions where you have mostly have cactus and thorny vegetations, right? Cactus and thorny vegetations I said. Xerophytes. Even with the rainfall of around 10 to 12 centimeter, they survive. There are few plants you are having. So this is, here is the condition. So who lives in this region? This region is inhabited by some of the tribes. So because they are asking question in the prelims, so I usually focus on each regions of tribe. So I will go for the tribe and their location. Bedouins, Bindibu, Bushmen, Thorax, Hottentots, these are the tribes here. Bindibu, Bushmen, Thorax, Hottentots. Bindibu Bedouins is there in Arabian desert. Bindibus you will find out this in Great Australian desert. Bushman is in Kalahari desert, and Thorax in the Sahara desert. Thorax you will find them in Sahara desert region. Hottentots in the Kalahari Desert. Kalahari Desert. You will find these people. Most dominant tribal part we have just said, like Bedouins. They go for hunting and food gathering. Occupation mostly for these people are, for Bedouins particularly, hunting, Bedouin, and gathering. Hunting and food gathering. Okay, then you have Bindibu of Great Australia. Sorry, not Bedouins. Sorry, just 1 minute. Bedouins of Arabian deserts. They are, in fact, they move from one place to another place. They are nomadic people. Nomadism. And Bindibu, they are hunting. Bushmen, hunting and food gathering. Food gathering. Thorax, they are also nomadic people. Nomadic pastoralism. And Hottentots, they are food gathering only through different. So these are like people has different type of occupation. If you'll see they are of different types of occupation. Occupation is also different here for different people. Occupation, this is like occupation. Nomadic people, they move from one place to another place. Warrior class people they are. These are like people and economy this time. So greatest problem of this entire regions. Okay, some related questions with this. Let me take on this particular topic, whatever some of you have asked me. Like one comment is here about whether sandstorms are occurred due to anticyclone. See, sandstorms are they occurred during the summer season mostly, and it is primarily due to the flow of the wind, whether it can be cyclone or anticyclone, but mostly it is because of low pressure condition. Because of high convectional instability, it happened. Nubian desert occurred through its east side of Africa because, as I said, it is due to the cold oceanic current. Is there any place where the presence of cold current has not formed any desert? Indian third desert, and most of the deserts in the West Asia. Is there no moderating effect of sea and land breeze in coastal areas? No, moderating effect will be there, but the thing is, cold current desiccating effect you have. And you look at here, the wind is blowing from the continent to the ocean. So how it will have impact? Wind blows from continent to ocean in a consistency. Because these winds are consistently blowing. A good question you asked me, thank you very much. Here you see the wind is blowing consistently here. ये देखो continent से ocean की तरफ जा रही है. तो moderating effect बहुत localized way में होते हैं, but it doesn't have much effect on this. Rainfall नहीं होगा वहाँ. To some extent it is there, but the easterly wind are very strong as compared to the land breeze and sea breeze. Now the question is, day and night, as you know, there will be localized, land and sea breeze, but the intensity is not much that it will influence the complete weather condition. So that's foggy conditions is there. आप एक coast पे भी foggy conditions होगा, लगेगा कि बारिश होने वाला है, but there will be no rainfall. Sufficient moisture is not there. Even if moderating effect is there, there is no sufficient moisture here. I hope you got some idea on this now. Okay, so this is all about the hot deserts. Now I will move on to the Mediterranean climate region. Any question on hot deserts, please? Any question on hot desert? Question will be there in the mains exam. They are asking question. They have asked already, in fact. So note down. Examine various factors responsible. Various factors responsible for the development of hot deserts at the western margins of the tropical continents. 15 marks, 250 words. There is a questions on desertification earlier. So desertification, because in India part I will discuss flood and drought and desertification. In contemporary theme we will see that one. यहाँ पे आप देखो again various factors responsible for the development of hot deserts. It is not about desertification. You will see this question about the hot desert formation. So based on that, please try for the answer. Okay. Is it okay? I hope it's clear for all of you. Questions का आंसर लिख पाएंगे. Examine, see the doctor examine the patient. Examine mean here again, based on the characteristics you have to find out cause. I mean, as you know, the doctor examine the patient. You have to look at the symptom and find out the cause for this. Now, symptom, what is that? Examine various factors responsible for the development of hot deserts. Hot deserts, what are the characteristics of the hot desert? Then go for this. Why these characteristic features we are having? Okay, and you write this answer. Some of you asked me, sir, we are unable to write conclusion. Conclusion always should give an holistic thing on whatever you have discussed with a way forward or with certain things which will give beyond whatever asked in that particular question. यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? In the conclusion, what it can be. So we can write here like, examine various factors. Give all the factors. What is a desert? How they develop, or what are the factors for this? We have to examine this with each and every desert area. Give the diagram. How sinking is there. High pressure, how it develops. High pressure, how it is sinking of the air, and high pressure leads to anticyclonic conditions. Sinking of the air leads to increasing aridity. Then you have the rain shadow effect. Give the diagram of that. Then you have the ocean current. Give this concept, and where it is example you give with the diagrams or the map, whatever is there. Okay. So all these subsequently what you have to do. This is what the factors you have at the western margin of the tropical continent. Now you can say finally that the major hot deserts, you can say like that major hot deserts, why they are present, even if at the western margins there are some exceptions. So we can say like major hot deserts of the world, although the major hot deserts are located at the western margin, there are a few exceptions on this. So exception cases like in West Asia or in Africa or in somewhere you have if there is वो एक्सेप्शन दैट ऑल्सो यू नीड टू लिख कंक्लूजन. कंक्लूजन में आप थोड़ा सा वे फॉरवर्ड करके आप एक to bring out the sense of completeness you have to give. You write down few things and write down this answer and give it to us for the evaluation. You will get the feedback on this. Fine, let's move on now to the next one. You have your Mediterranean climate next. Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate. What is the Mediterranean climate? What is the alternate name of Mediterranean climate? Mediterranean climate, otherwise called as the warm temperate western margin climate. Warm temperate western margin climate. Warm temperate western margin climate or Mediterranean climate generally found between what the latitudinal extent Mediterranean climate between 30 to 45 degree latitude at the western margins of a continent. It is best developed over, or it is a transitional climate between, it is a transitional climate between the British and hot desert climate. Hot desert climate. Okay, it is a transitional climate between the British and the hot desert climate. Now this Mediterranean climate, it is best developed in southern Chile of South America, and largest area is located in and around the Mediterranean sea regions of Africa, Asia and Europe. Asia and Europe. This is the region where you have the largest development of this. Largest area under development in this region only. Largest Mediterranean sea regions or Mediterranean climate region is in Mediterranean sea regions only. So if I will go for the development of this, we can see where it is. Is it okay? Clear? Okay. Let us see where it is. मैंने कहा सबसे बढ़िया डेवलपमेंट कहाँ है? साउथ अमेरिका में. सदर्न चिले नहीं होगा, please rectify central Chile, central part of Chile, not the southern Chile, central part of Chile. Okay, it should be central part of Chile, central Chile. Look at here, southern Chile will have the British climate. Okay, the southern Chile has the British type of climate. Here it is British climate. This is British climate. Central Chile has the Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate. Why it is best developed over the central part of Chile? ये क्यों है? Because of the dominance of the westerly wind system. In case of this region, this is the area, California regions. California region, this is for the what? This is the again this Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate is found here in California regions. Mediterranean climate. Okay. Is it clear? Mediterranean climate is here on this. Okay. Next one. We have also, if I'll draw the African part, these are the countries here. Here one represent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. They are in Europe. European countries these are. These countries include, here one is Portugal, 2 you have Spain, 3 is France, 4th is Italy, 5th one is You have your Malta, and sixth one is Greece. These are the country here where you have this type of climate. All they are in Europe. Seventh here you have is Turkey. Can you see this? Can you see Turkey? Turkey is there. Then you have Turkey was Syria, you have. Eighth is Syria. You have Israel. Israel and Lebanon. 9 is Lebanon, and it is Israel. All they are in Asia. These are in Asia. We have few African countries also. The African countries here includes 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. MATLE. Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt. All these are in Africa, but not very well developed here. कुछ तो यहाँ पे है ही नहीं, बहुत ही कम है यहाँ पे. Very small area you are having as such. But in Europe it is done well. In Europe, if you see, this is very well developed. And here you have Cyprus also. Here is a country known as Cyprus in these regions. In Asia you have here Cyprus also. It is 16. Number 16 is Cyprus. Cyprus. Okay, Turkey is in both Europe and Asia, Eurasian country it is. These are the region here you have the climatic type is from. I hope it is done, completed. Okay, so these are here some of the important, the most important we can say region where you have distribution wise, these are the regions here. Now in Africa you have also this part here, it is Cape Town. Cape Town in Africa also has the same South Africa. In Africa you have here is 17 number. In Africa we have number 17. In Africa it is South Africa. The region here is Cape Town. Cape Town area of South Africa also has the Mediterranean type of climate. South African Cape Town region has Mediterranean type of climate. So in Africa these are the regions, Europe these are the regions, Asia, Europe and Africa, you got it. This is here is, I said, Europe, here it is Asia, here it is Africa. It is in South Africa here, this region. These are the region here we have the Mediterranean type of climate you will find. Mediterranean climate in these regions we have. Warm temperate western margin and Mediterranean climate. So as I just have mentioned about this, this is Okay, fine. Clear? Okay, what are the other regions here in Australia where you will find out this? In Australia also you will find this type of climate. In Australia, two regions here, this area and this area in Australia. This is here is Perth. This is here is Adelaide. Perth and Adelaide regions you have here. This particular region. In Australia you have. In Australia also it is found in these regions. I told you in North America where it is in. These are the regions here. These are the most important places where we have the presence of what you call Mediterranean climate. Okay. Let us see one more thing. What are the climatic characteristics here? Climatic characteristics. This climatic region has very unique conditions on this. I hope all of you have drawn this. जो मैंने कहा था सब ड्रॉ किया होगा आप लोगों ने. Distribution is clear to all of you. In distribution, why in these regions we have this climatic characteristic? पहला तो होगा first climatic characteristic is winter rainfall and summer dryness. Winter rainfall and summer dryness, the greatest one. Winter rainfall and summer dryness. Winter rainfall and summer dryness. Greatest, most important factor for this winter rainfall is consistent influence of the westerly wind system. Winter rainfall and summer dryness first is there. Then you have second one is we have annual average rainfall is 75 to 100 centimeter, 75 to 100 cm. Third point, affected by or influenced by or greatly influenced by the westerly wind. Greatly influenced by the westerly wind. This is greatly influenced by the westerly wind system. Winter rainfall and summer dryness. Annual average rainfall is 75 to 100 centimeter. It is greatly influenced by the westerly wind system. And affected by sorry, affected by the temperate cyclone. In winter. Affected by the temperate cyclone in winter. Okay. affected by the temperate cyclone in winter. In winter season, there is influence of the temperate cyclone also. I hope you got it what I am saying. Affected by the temperate cyclone in winter. In winter season, they are greatly influenced by the temperate cyclone. Because of the temperate cyclone, they have rainfall, cyclonic rainfall in these regions. Due to the temperate cyclone, they have rainfall in these regions, cyclonic rainfall. Okay, cyclonic rainfall is due to the impact of the temperate cyclone. Okay, greatly influenced by the westerly wind, I have said. Why? If you remember that box, it is influenced by that, and in the winter season, it is by the westerlies. Okay, fifth point. Do you remember that box? Box को देखो आपको याद हो जाएगा. If you remember that, (30°), 45°, 60°. This is here is the high pressure belt. High pressure belt, 30°. Low pressure belt, 60°. Low pressure belt at here. So this region is influenced by. We have already done this. पहले कर रखे हैं, याद होगा आपको. This is influenced by what? So these are the, this is here is the what you call, this is the Mediterranean region influenced by the westerly wind here in general. During the winter season, ये नॉर्मली है. विंटर सीजन में क्या होता है? इन द विंटर सीजन दिस लाइन, ये जो लाइन है, इट गोज अप टू हियर and it is greatly influenced by this particular region. Is very strong wind. They got in this particular region, they have very strong wind which influence this system. Okay, in Mediterranean region we get influenced, as well as Mediterranean के ऊपर क्या है? British, both are there. But Mediterranean regions get greatly influenced during the winter season. So anyway, during the summer season, what happened then? In the summer season, the easterly wind dominates. क्यों? The ITCZ shift towards the equator. Okay, this leads to ITCZ shift toward the equator. The ITCZ will shift towards equator. This leads to what? क्योंकि ITCZ shift करेगा equator के तरफ. So this leads to the impact of easterlies wind, dry continental easterlies, wind, dry continental easterly wind. Easterly wind system. Which will not give rainfall. It will not give rainfall. ये बारिश कभी भी नहीं होगा, कभी नहीं देगा. Are you getting the things or do you need any diagram on this? ये समझ में आया कि कोई डायग्राम देना पड़ेगा? Yes. A question है. You are asking it very late, but you know that immediately after topic, please ask me question. Okay, what related with that one? You have asked here, sir, why there is always high pressure is there even if they are near the sea? My friends, high pressure, if you remember pressure belt, subtropical high pressure, polar low pressure, polar high pressure, subpolar low and equatorial low. If you remember, these pressure belts are permanent pressure belts. Okay, आपको Hadley cell, Ferrel cell and polar cell बताया था, if you remember. So they are related with that one. They are associated completely with this phenomena of both. क्या था वो? Thermal factor as well as dynamic factor. Please do study our temperature and pressure belt class note. So always you will have, because this is at 30 degrees subtropical high pressure is there, so sinking of the wind will be there. So it is not because of desert it is there, because of the high pressure desert is formed. Please elaborate on temperate desert. Okay, at the end I will do. Problems and changes of hot desert climate. Problems and changes of hot, मतलब क्या है? अच्छा, यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम है. हॉट डेजर्ट क्लाइमेट की हम डेजर्टिफिकेशन में करेंगे, इसलिए नहीं दिया है वहाँ पे. ओनली थिंग इज डेजर्टिफिकेशन. इज देयर एनी रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द फेयर कलर टोन ऑफ पीपल इन द मेडिटेरेनियन रीजन्स? सी, melanin pigmentation is the major cause. Mediterranean racial group is there. These people are inhabited in these regions because of course, if you look at there, this is winter is cold. Westerly wind is more dominant here. So cool weather condition there. Okay. Only in the summer, that summer time there is high temperature, but influence of the ocean is more. Why there is no Mediterranean climate between Perth and Adelaide? क्यों नहीं है? वेस्टर्ली विंड, ऐसे आप अगर देखोगे ऑस्ट्रेलिया का पूरा पोजीशन देखो ऑस्ट्रेलिया की, विल फाइंड आउट. सी हियर हाउ इज द ऑस्ट्रेलिया. मेरा मैप अलग है, यहाँ देखो. दिस वेस्टर्ली विंड विल ब्लो हियर, ऐसे जाएगा ना, हियर इट विल हैव वेस्टर्ली. एंड ये जो गल्फ, ये जो आपकी व्हाट इज दिस, दिस इज हियर इज द बाइट ऑफ ऑस्ट्रेलिया, ग्रेट ऑस्ट्रेलियन बाइट. यहाँ से पानी से फ्रॉम द ओशन इट विल कम इन दिस वेस्टर्ली विंड. वेस्टर्ली विंड आ रहा है ना, यहाँ पे इतना कोई इन्फ्लुएंस कर रहा है, यहाँ पे ये वाटर बॉडी विल इन्फ्लुएंस. सो यू हैव वेस्टर्ली विंड इज इन्फ्लुएंस, दैट्स व्हाई हियर यू हैव. देखो, इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द शेप ऑफ द ऑस्ट्रेलियन कंटिनेंट. It is due to the shape of the Australian continent. You got it? Okay, so this is a very important, the most important factor. आप ये जो हमने बताया अभी, आई होप यू गॉट सम आइडिया अबाउट दिस. एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस you want? Any other question you want to clarify, please? ओके, ये हो गया, ये आपको ये एक्सप्लेनेशन चाहिए, बताओ मुझे, of the easterlies, how easterlies influencing. Do you want that? Fifth point of Mediterranean. Okay, okay, fine. I'll go for that. Fifth point क्या है? Summer season, the IT shift. Okay, that's what I was asking. चलिए देखो यहाँ पे. If you haven't got it, please look at here. अरे यार बहुत टाइम लगता है आपको रेस्पॉन्स देने में. जीरो डिग्री, 10 डिग्री, 30 डिग्री, 45, 60 डिग्री. We know that 60 degree is a low pressure condition. Here it is a low pressure condition. 0 degree is a low pressure condition. And we know that this is here is 30 degree is a high pressure. So this low pressure condition, if I'll go for this is summer and this one is the winter. आपको पता है ये जो लो प्रेशर कंडीशन है यहाँ पे it shifts up to here. You remember that? Low pressure condition of this equatorial low pressure may go up to here. You remember that? Why? Because of shifting of ITCZ. So the high pressure belt which is in this region 30 degree moved up to 45 degree. High pressure. Same thing will go down up to here during the winter, and during the winter season this low pressure will go up to here. I hope you remember that. मैंने कुछ ऐसा किया था पहले भी. But this pressure belt is unaffected. This is here is the low pressure. 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 The high pressure here gets shifted seasonally. This high pressure. ये तो पता है समर और विंटर में. दिस इज द ITCZ. ITCZ के साथ लो प्रेशर कंडीशन इट विल गो. ITCZ ये शिफ्ट करता है ना. लो प्रेशर कंडीशन शिफ्ट्स in this case, right? The low pressure condition will shift in this case. You remember the hot desert here, Mediterranean is here, British is here, British, Mediterranean and hot desert. Now you tell me one thing, if it is like this, ये लो प्रेशर जो है ना समर सीजन में कैसे आएगा ये बताओ. ये ऐसे होगा कि नहीं? Wind will blow in this way. Wind will blow from in this way high to low pressure. होगा ऐसा। दिस इज द समर सीजन। देखो ये कौन सा विंड है, दिस इज ईस्टर्लीज विंड, दीज आर द ईस्टर्लीज विंड हियर, ईस्टर्लीज विंड। नाउ इफ इट इज देयर, देखो यहाँ पे दिस इज हियर इज चाइना टाइप क्लाइमेट, दिस इज हियर इज स्टेपी क्लाइमेट। तो चाइना टाइप climate will get rainfall in the summer. Mediterranean will not get rainfall in the summer. I hope it is clear now. Because of the presence of what? The pressure belt here is like this. I hope you got it. Now it's clear to you, I hope. Here what happened, you can see in this case, ये तो हो गया ड्राई कॉन्टिनेंटल ईस्टर्लीज हो गया। ड्यूरिंग द विंटर सीजन व्हाट हैपेंड, ये हाई प्रेशर है, ये आपकी दिस विंड विल ब्लो इन दिस वे, so it is coming from the ocean here, it will give rainfall here. This is which wind? This one is westerlies, this is here is easterlies. So westerlies wind will give rainfall in the winter. That's what I said. When I in the summer season, altitude shift towards the equator. This leads to the impact of dry continental easterlies wind, which will not give any rainfall. देखो समर सीजन में टुवर्ड द इक्वेटर, फ्रॉम द हाईलाइट टू टुवर्ड द इक्वेटर इट विल ब्लो. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज सेइंग. सो समर नो रेनफॉल, नो रेनफॉल, winter rainfall. So summer no rainfall and winter rainfall is primarily because of what? It is due to the shifting of the pressure belt. So this is what is the characteristics of the Mediterranean climate. I hope you got it. So Mediterranean climatic regions is greatly influenced by what? Greatly influenced by the shifting of the pressure belt, and also it is influenced by local winds. We will have the discussion here after this lunch break at 2 p.m. Okay, rest I will do it after the break. Please check it out. If you have any doubts, let me know. Thank you very much. Thank you.